All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday. I got my Thursday shirt on. Thank you, Roger Miner. One of my favorite shirts from spinning events. This is a Ride to Joy, a 2010. To wear on Thursday, and I get called out anytime I don't wear my shirt by Roger Miner. But so today, if you saw earlier, good morning, Joyce. That today I've got something that I haven't done, and I asked you to get if you've got some 5-gallon buckets. Good morning, Kathy Hicks. Good to see you on. So if you've got some, if you don't have them, honestly, guys, these are very inexpensive. These are like from Lowe's. I'm average, I guess, but anyway, so and if I filled these up, which I did already filled them up, 30 pounds. So I don't know where you can get a 30-pound dumbbell for $50. It's usually going to cost you $35 to get a dumbbell, a 30-pound dumbbell. So something to think about. Good morning, Susan. My sister-in-law is on. All ladies again first. And then I have some cinder blocks, which I had left over for some projects I had around the house. Those again are not that expensive. I borrowed my mother-in-law's 5-gallon bucket, which hers holds a little bit more water, so that's actually about 35 pounds. But I want to show you what I've done is I've actually put a dumbbell inside this bucket. So now it's a 20-pound dumbbell. It goes from 30 to 50 pounds. So it was kind of hard to find a bucket big enough to go 50 pounds, but you can stick a dumbbell in and it doesn't raise the water like I thought it was going to raise up really. It barely even raised it at all. I don't think it raised it at all. So now these are 50-pound buckets of water and stuff inside, and I've already done it a little bit just to make sure it would work correctly, and it suffices. It's not like at the Mac on the powerlifting platform where you can do a deadlift, but with some big weight. This is going to be 50-pound each hand, and but when you find it, when you stand up, the water's going to slosh, and you've got to stabilize. The grip's a little bit wider, so you can decide on what way you want to use. This scale here, and I weighed these, and John Rawson. Hey, Susan, do you know your brother's online watching right now? And so, anyway, and I also have some gardening gloves in case the small grip bothers my hands, which it didn't, but it's something you may want to think about that you have available as well. So that's it. Got the 5-gallon buckets. I filled them up. They're 30 pounds a piece. I got the cinder blocks. I got a bigger one over there that's got about 35 pounds of water, and that's it. Let's get warmed up so we can get right into this, and I can demonstrate all 10 movements of our loaded carries today. So, arm circles coming forward. So I'm going to go big arm circles and really trying to get the back side here of these movements. So I'm going to do 10 forward and 10 back. And I would recommend that you go through this warm-up 2 or 3 times. I'm just going to go through it once to show you what it should look like. And while you're doing these circles, you're staying up nice and tall. You're engaging your core. Big movements. And then you want to go the other. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to really try to go way back, reaching way back. Palms facing out. Keep your head nice and neutral. Yeah, trying to really work that range of motion at the back side. It's easy at the front. Going back here is where it gets a little tougher. So now, if you don't have, walk over here, guys. So if your balance is not so good, I've got it. This is the actual bar I would use for my inverted pull-up. So we're going to do leg swings, right? So if your balance is not so good, it's good to hold on to something. I like to not to hold on to something, so I'm going to go back and forth about 8 times. Leg swings. Already working on engaging the core, working these muscles, because you're going to need those during this section today. You're holding some weights up high, bring down low. It's going to be body's going to have to respond with more core activation. So, switching legs, other leg, same thing. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is a single leg toe touch. Stand over here to the side a little bit so you can see. So what I'm going to do is stand on one foot. I'm going to come down. I can either go to my knee, my shin, or my foot. And so if you need to have a kickstand back here to take a little bit of the balance off, that's fine, because you don't want to be falling every time. So if you're falling every time you do one of these reps, you definitely want to put a little kickstand down to the side. So this is going to warm things up even more. Your ankle, your knee, your hip, all the stabilizing muscles that are involved in doing a movement like this. I make this look fairly easy. It's not so easy. Some people can do even better than I can. So we're going to switch legs and do the same thing on the other side. So notice I'm reaching across with my opposite hand, right? In the first 1 or 2 reps, things are like, what's going on? And it eventually starts, getting things to engage where you can balance better. So stay with it. You'll notice that you get better as the reps go by. But stand all the way up each time. I think I forgot the squats. That's okay, we'll do squats now. So I like to go hands interlock behind my head, pull the elbows back, and then I'm going to do my squats. Try to keep the weight evenly distributed through the entire foot or feet. So you're not too much on your toes, not too much on your heels. You're pulling the elbows back. You're looking straight out in front of you. If this is really, really challenging for you, I would suggest doing this. This is way easier because the lats are involved here. They're tight, but I like to do this one because it helps stretch out the chest. Okay? Make sure those feet stay flat. My knees are creaking like crazy, which means I do need to lube them up. Okay? And then I'm going to do some push-ups into a stretch. So here, easy push-up, press back, elbows kind of tucked in, hands underneath your shoulders, and you're pressing all the way back into that downward dog position. Just trying to get loosened up here. So these are all my warm-up exercises to help get you loosened up, ready for all the different things we're doing today. I'm going to switch over here so you can see what my feet are doing. And I suggest coming all the way down each time. All right, so those are the warm-up exercises, and I recommend that you go through those 2 or 3 times. I'm just going to do 1 time, just so you know. Let's see who else is on I can shout out. Alice Jones is on. Karen is on. And Katya. All right, so we are loaded with all the women today. I don't know if there's any guys. I do. Sorry, John, you're a guy, so you're on. There's actually 12 people watching right now, which is nice, but I apologize if I didn't get to shout anybody out that I didn't see. But anyway, I want to get right into the exercises. So we've done 1 round of warm-up, and now we're going to start the exercises. So as I mentioned before, the carries, these loaded carries are really good for posture if, and I repeat, if you do them correctly. So if you are holding something up high and in front of you, the body wants to do this. So all the posterior muscles, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, the upper back, the neck area. So those are going to help keep you upright, which are typically very weak muscles on most individuals. So I don't know if you guys saw back when we were at the MAC, and I was demonstrating how to do a heavy medicine ball carry, right? So that is the same issue, same type of exercise where we would carry for a distance and come back. That one's involved today. I don't have one of those nice medicine balls. All I have is these buckets of water. And which are going to help. I mean, they're going to do the job, but it's not quite as heavy as I would go, but it's still going to be something a little different because the water is going to be sloshing inside the middle, inside the containers. So what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to start with the front squat. I'm actually going to put my gloves on. I'm going to grab the 35-pound bucket of water, which is my white bucket with the orange lid, and I'm going to hold it up high, and I'm going to do a squat. I'm going to perform a squat with the bucket really close to my body. Some of you might want to put a towel up against the bucket just because of the hard plastic, and I'm going to get about 8 to 10, 12 reps. Okay. So, also make sure, if you guys can bring this over here, make sure that when you go to pick this up, I don't bend over like this. I don't hurt my back, so I'm going to get kind of low here, and I'm going to pick it up. Yep. So now I'm going to bear hug this bucket, and I'm going to stay up tall. I'm going to keep my feet straight. And I'm going to come down, and I'm going to come back up. And my core is tight. The way you can ensure that your core is tight, like if somebody were to come up and punch you in the stomach, you'll be ready to take that punch, right? So make sure that your core is engaged. And you should be able to still talk and breathe while those muscles are tight and engaged and stiff. Notice how my head stays neutral. I'm looking straight out in front of me. I'm sitting back into a chair. I'm going down pretty deep. And some of you might not be able to go to that range. Okay? So, that's my 35-pound jug of water. All right, so next, I'm going to go into my deadlifts. I'm going to put the lid back on here. So if you didn't catch me earlier, these jugs of water, these buckets of water are filled with water, and I put a 20-pound dumbbell inside. So right now they're 50 pounds each. I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to put it back. And I was saying before, guys, if you're just now joining me online, that this is a brand new bucket I bought from Lowe's last night for $3.50. And I literally just filled it up, and I've got 30-pound load right here. I put a 20-pound dumbbell inside. Now I've got 50 pounds, and it's just amazing what you can do if you just think outside the box a little bit here. So I'm going to step on my cinder blocks because I want that little bit. This is quite a far way off the ground, so I want to get right there. So now look at I don't know if you guys can see my back. My back is really flat and neutral, and I'm not going to look up. I'm not going to look down. I'm going to look out at an angle so my neck also stays in a nice neutral position. Okay, so when you go to pick something up heavy like this, your body has got to be in a neutral position or you will get hurt. And this will not be a good exercise for you to do. But if you do practice good technique, neutral position, keep your feet flat, engage your core. There's a lot of stuff going on with the deadlift, and you guys know I love the deadlift. But you got to make sure you do it right. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt. But if you do it right, you're going to have great benefits. This is a functional exercise I think everybody should do. I would definitely start with a kettlebell, but this is a little bit more advanced, and you can always lighten the weight. So here I am going to set up. I'm going to get about 10 reps. Yeah, the gloves actually make this feel a lot better. Feels good to lift something heavy than just lifting my body weight, which I've lost about 5 pounds this whole process. You know, after 32 workouts and cycling on the weekends, I've lost some weight. I've also been sleeping better and, well, sleeping longer. I don't know if it's better, but eating cleaner than I have been before. All right, good. And so, yeah, make sure you don't get scraped up. Anyway, there's the deadlift, and that was pretty good. That was pretty tough. You can always put a bigger dumbbell inside if you've got those dumbbells, like at Eric Zimmerman's house. The guy's got a full gym in his house. So he could actually put a 50-pound dumbbell in here, and now he goes to 80. So the next one we're going to do is a walking lunge. And just walking lunges alone. Just walking lunges alone. I think the sun's starting to get to, there it is. So just doing walking lunges alone, guys, are pretty tough. When I go to grab a bucket of water and I do a walking lunge holding up here, that's going to make this way tougher. So I don't recommend that you hold a 35-pound bucket of water. You may want to hold something smaller, or maybe the same weight, same bucket, but maybe only half full. Maybe only go 15 pounds. Okay, so I'm going to get in the right position. I almost did that incorrectly. I lift it up, hold it right here, and now I'm going to show you from the side here. Bear hug, step out. That one is tough. So I take about 4 steps, turn around and go 4 the other way. Now, the further I go down, the more challenging this gets, and this water's starting to slosh around. So I said about 15 to 30 steps. It's up to you. So I've done 8 steps so far. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good exercise right here. A lot of muscles being used here. See, I'm staggering my step. I'm actually stopping. So if I step and touch, it's easier compared to step and lift it up. That one's harder. Okay? I promise that's 35 pounds, and it felt like a 35 doing that. So the way you could do that back of the back, or if you got a dumbbell, you could hold a dumbbell goblet style. That one is harder because it's bigger, it's hard to hold on to. The water's sloshing around. That one's pretty tough. Then you've got a side step lunge doing the same thing. So again, let me show you just a side step lunge, how you do it correctly, because when you add this big boy, that's going to get really, really tough. So, put this over here. So the side step lunge, remember, is where you go, one leg is going to step out, one leg bent, one leg straight. This knee should not be bent. That knee should be pushing back. Both feet are flat. Then I come back up. So imagine holding something here that's fairly loadful, like for instance a 35-pound jug of water. So I'm going to try and get 10 reps. Do it correctly. All right, so here we go. Yeah, right there is tough. Woo. So this is very functional. My core is actually engaging more on this one than it was on the walking lunge. Because now that one leg is taking, and the core is taking a lot more resistance, more load. I think that's 4, 5, I'm losing count, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So, runners actually often ask me what they should do for resistance training, and everything I've done so far is a really good thing for a runner to do, because typically there's not much core being used in a long distance run. They just run straight ahead, then I go side to side, and their posture starts getting bad, and so the back side of their body is really weak. So that all these exercises I'm doing right now are really good for runners and cyclists, and really anybody, but those guys typically, because they do the same movement over and over and over, they forward lean, and things can get messed up. get major muscular imbalances doing that. So now the farmer's walk. The farmer's walk is where you're going to hold, you would typically hold dumbbells. This is one of my favorite things to do. Everybody knows at the back in the mornings I do that. And I start at like 80s, then go to 85, go 90s, 95. At one time I was doing 100-pound dumbbells. But you know, with that much weight, the body wants to really kind of do like this, right? It wants to here, but you've got to stay here. Boom. See how my head's in neutral position? I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk with perfect position while I'm doing that. I'm going to use these 50-pound jugs for that, and show you from the side over here. So I'm going to walk down and back about 4 laps. Yeah, it's good. Good resistance. It feels good. Scoot over here a little bit. So I'm just going to walk with really good posture, and it's a lot of grip. Don't let the shoulders forward. It wants to do this, but don't let it. Stay right here. You'll be ready for the construction site after this workout. Think about all those guys working construction. You know, some of you guys did growing up as kids work construction and stuff like that. It was good money, but it was tough work, right? So I'm just walking back and forth, holding really good posture, stabilizing my trunk, stiff core right here, guys. Time under tension, the grip is really working here. All you working moms, this is a really good one to help you carry your groceries and all that good stuff. So yeah, so when I let go, that's like instant relief in my hands, and my traps, and all the muscles on the back side. So now we're going to do a goblet carry, which is, I use the word goblet because that is the word that they would use for front squat, like the one I did in the very beginning. So the very first exercise did front squat. That's actually a goblet squat, and you would hold like a kettlebell or a dumbbell right underneath your chin, right up against your chest, and perform a squat. So typically would use a medicine ball for this exercise. I don't have that nice big medicine ball that we have at the Mac. We've got weights up to 100-pound medicine ball, but I don't have that. I've just improvised. I'm using a jug of water, 35 pounds right here. And so then hold it right underneath my chin. I'm just going to walk bear hugging here. So the tendency is to lean back, but don't do that. Try to stay up tall. Okay? Stay up tall and then walk. I probably should have put a dumbbell in this one. That would have been a lot better. This is actually there's already a dumbbell on one of these, so I'm going to switch over. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so this is, a little bit more challenging here. So, bear hugging. Feels good to do a little bit more loaded strength training. So I would be going the length of my driveway here, but I'm just doing this so you guys can see it. All right, so that was the goblet carry. Then, now we're going to go to a unilateral carry, which is exactly what it sounds like. I'm just going to hold one of the jugs in one hand and then walk. So when I've got resistance in this hand, what side of the body has to work? It's not the same side, it's the opposite side. So you're probably going to feel that a lot right here, and the tendency is going to do this, right? So, but don't do that, stay here. So now I'm going to work this opposite lateral side with good technique. I'm going to walk as straight as I possibly can. So this is going to actually help your posture when you walk. So come back over, grab a jug of water, a bucket of water rather, and stand with good posture. Yeah, this one is actually the toughest one that I've done so far. So This one is really tough compared to everything else. I can really feel all my core right here, and I want to stand, I want to walk with good posture. This one's really requiring me to brace a lot more. So I'm going to switch it out so you get the idea. Here. So from the front side, I shouldn't look like it's leaning. I want to hold it, yeah, right there. So this is actually kind of easy. Now it's tough. When I'm holding it right, it's tougher. Okay. I'm just walking back and forth. Staying good up, nice, tall, neutral position. Okay. But I would probably walk the length of my driveway down and back. I've got longer area to walk there. So that one was the unilateral carry. And now I'm going to go to the front raise carry. This one, you may have to lighten the load in some of your buckets of water because this is going to get pretty tough here. So I'll give it a shot here, but basically what I'm going to do is hold the bucket out in front. I'm going to walk all the way down and all the way back. And so now I'm putting even more emphasis. I don't know if I can do this. I think what else? Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. So this is 35 pounds. Whew. So let's see if I can do it. Yeah, this is tough. Whew. Ideally, I'd want to have my arms straight. And this, remember, this is 35 pounds. Yeah, it's really tough. You want to talk about, so that's actually a little too heavy. As you can see, I was really struggling there. I can only get, and I really want to be here. I don't want to lean back, I want to stay tight, but man, that was just all of my core and the front of my delts. Just, that one, I need to go lower amount of volume in the water in there. So that would be the front raise carry. That one is really good. So number 10, overhead carry. So again, this one, you got to be careful on the weight you choose. I did this one earlier. This is not near as bad. It's that front carry, just getting it over your head is the trick. There we go. So now I'm here, and now a little bit different load here. I'm just going to try and walk. Really good technique. I've seen Bob Harry do this one holding onto one kettlebell. But yeah, see this one, all that water starts shaking around. I've got to really use my core to keep everything still. Okay. So that one is the overhead carry. And you could even do some bicep curls with this guy. That's a lot of weight though, and it doesn't get quite as much range as the dumbbells would. But so it is now 9:58, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and do some more rounds. But I don't want to bore you with you watching me do it. But now that you have an idea how to do that, you could do it. And who else is on right now? We've got Jim, we got Liz Dye, Scott Cardone. Good to see you, Scott. And it looks hard. Maybe that was she was referring to the front area. But anyway, guys, it's amazing what you, like I said, maybe this stuff laying around in your garage, but we use it for a lot of different things. We water the trees, we use it to wash our cars. So those buckets are only $3.50 from Lowe's. You fill them up, you get 30-pound, almost like a 30-pound dumbbell, and then now you see what you can do with them. Inexpensive way to have a low strength circuit. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and that is going to be a circuit day. So actually, you know, Joyce Brown sent me a little link, and it was called a chalk agility course for kids. But you know what? I think we can try it as adults. So I'm going to research that, and I think that we'll do it. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I don't think it's rain, but I'll have an agility course on my driveway drawn with chalk, and we'll do some agility course using that. See you tomorrow, guys. Hope you have a great day. It's a beautiful day. Get outside, enjoy it, and God bless all you guys. Keep moving forward.